Your person can't figure out why they can't get over you. Day after day, they find themselves drifting back into thoughts of you, replaying memories, and wondering how they ever let things fall apart. They miss you in ways that words can't quite capture, and no matter how hard they try to distract themselves, the longing doesn't go away. The truth is, they are still in love with you. Their mind obsesses over the connection you shared, and their heart aches for what they've lost. When they look in the mirror, they don't even recognize the person staring back. The reflection they see feels empty, distorted, almost like a stranger. They realize that the choices they made, the way they acted, and the way they pushed you away has reshaped them into someone they never intended to be. It all comes down to the fact that, in order to protect their ego, they hurt and betrayed you. Instead of being vulnerable, instead of opening their heart fully, they chose pride, and now the weight of their decisions is haunting them. Every word they spoke in anger, every selfish choice, and every moment they failed to honor your heart now plays on repeat in their mind. You, on the other hand, shifted in a powerful way. You stopped feeding their ego. You put their pride in check, refusing to stay stuck in a cycle of pain and betrayal. You chose yourself, and by doing so, you broke free. This change unsettled them more than anything else. Your strength made them anxious, because while they tried to hold on to control, you showed them that you were no longer bound by their behavior. And yet, even with all of this, they remain pulled toward you. Their attraction has not faded, if anything, it's grown stronger. What they want more than anything is to have your love back in their life, but they know you are no longer waiting around for them. After walking away from you, they began to realize what they had lost. There is no place, no person, and no connection that feels like the one they had with you. The more distance there is, the more they recognize that you were the one who brought them peace, comfort, and authenticity. Now, as you step into a new path for yourself, it's literally driving them crazy. They are curious about you, wondering what you're doing, who you're with, how you've changed, and whether you still think of them at all. They might pretend to move on, but inside, their curiosity burns. What unsettles them most is that you already knew the truth long before they were ready to admit it. You could see through their games, through their walls, through the ways they tried to protect themselves at your expense. You didn't need them to bring clarity, because your intuition already told you everything you needed to know. Still, they are preparing to come forward, desperate to give you explanations and hoping you'll hear them out. They want to apologize, to lay everything bare, and to beg for another chance. Deep down, they hope you'll soften your heart and let them back in. But things are different now. You're not in the same conflicted space you once were. The push and pull, the doubt, the heaviness that once surrounded this connection, it's no longer weighing you down. You've found your truth, and you've chosen your peace. That doesn't mean the love wasn't real, or that what you shared wasn't powerful, but it does mean that you are no longer willing to compromise yourself for the sake of someone else's ego. In the bigger picture, this connection was never just about love, it was about growth. You both held up a mirror to one another, reflecting not only the beauty of the connection but also the insecurities, fears, and wounds that needed to be faced. Through this relationship, hidden parts of yourselves came to the surface. It wasn't easy to see, and at times it was painful, but it was necessary. That mirror forced growth. It showed what needed healing. It pushed both of you into transformation, even if you took different paths to get there. Now, as your person looks back, they can see that the love you gave was unlike anything else. It was pure, steady, and honest even when they weren't. Losing that love has shaken them in ways they didn't expect. Their mind keeps circling back, searching for answers, asking why they couldn't just let down their guard and choose you when they had the chance. The more they try to escape those questions, the more they're haunted by them. Meanwhile, you've stepped into a place of clarity. You understand now that your worth doesn't depend on their recognition or their validation. You've embraced the truth that love should never come at the cost of your self-respect. You've released the cycle of betrayal, the weight of confusion, and the grip of conflict. You've stepped into freedom, and with that freedom comes peace. Your person may still be caught in the storm of regret, obsession, and longing, but you've found your center. They may come forward with apologies, explanations, and promises, but you already hold the clarity they are searching for. You know the truth, and you know your path forward. What once felt like a heavy, unending cycle has now become a lesson, one that revealed your strength, your wisdom, and your ability to heal. This journey wasn't just about losing love. It was about discovering who you are when the illusions fall away. It was about choosing yourself when faced with someone else's ego. It was about healing the wounds that rose to the surface, both yours and theirs. And while your person may continue to struggle with the reflection they see in the mirror, you've already stepped into the version of yourself that no longer needs to look back. I wanted to reach out to you today with an open heart and a sincere desire to express something that has been weighing heavily on me. More than anything, I want to apologize to you for the way I treated you in the past. I know I breadcrumbed you, and I now understand how confusing, painful, and unfair that must have been. I strung you along instead of giving you the clarity, consistency, and respect you deserved, and for that I am truly sorry. You didn't deserve to be treated that way, and I take full responsibility for my actions. When I look back at the way I acted, I realize just how careless and selfish I was. At the time, I thought I could avoid facing what I wasn't ready for by keeping my distance, making excuses, or pretending that I was too busy. But the truth is, I wasn't busy, I was just unwilling to commit and unwilling to confront the things I was running from. Instead of being honest with you about where I was emotionally, I kept you waiting in a limbo you never asked to be in. That was wrong of me. It was unfair for me to hold on to your attention and affection while giving you so little in return. The more I reflect, the clearer it becomes to me that I did not treat you with the dignity, kindness, and respect that you have always deserved. You showed me patience, compassion, and understanding, even when I was inconsistent. You gave me chances I did not earn, and you showed me grace when you could have easily walked away without looking back. That only makes me realize all the more how badly I failed to appreciate what I had in front of me. Over the past weeks and months, I've found myself thinking about you more often than I can admit. You've been on my mind constantly, almost like a quiet presence reminding me of what I lost and what I failed to cherish. Through that reflection, I've come to understand just how much I truly messed up. I didn't just let go of someone I cared about, I let go of someone remarkable. You are an incredible person, full of love, kindness, and compassion, and it hurts me to know that I didn't honor that. I know I can't change the past, no matter how much I wish I could. But what I can do is face it honestly, admit where I went wrong, and do my best to make things right moving forward. I want you to know that I am committed to growth and to being better, not just for myself but also for the people I care about. More than anything, I want to prove to you that I am capable of being the kind of person who shows up for you fully, who supports you without hesitation, and who loves you without conditions or excuses. I understand that words alone may not be enough, and I don't expect forgiveness to come instantly. What I hope is that my actions can, over time, reflect the changes I've made within myself. I am not the same person I was back then. Back then, I was scared, immature, and unwilling to confront the truth. Now, I have taken the time to reflect on those shortcomings, and I feel ready to stop running from the things that once intimidated me. For the first time, I feel a genuine readiness for connection, for something real, honest, and lasting. I also want to acknowledge the false hope I gave you in the past. I know there were moments when I made you believe we were moving towards something more, only to pull back or hide behind excuses. That must have been painful, and it must have left you feeling confused and unworthy of clear communication. I regret every single moment I left you in the dark or made you question where you stood with me. You deserved openness, and instead I gave you mixed signals. That is one of my biggest regrets, because I know now how much that inconsistency can hurt. I can't undo the times I disappointed you, but I can promise you this: I am no longer in that place of fear and avoidance. I am ready to face what I once ran from. I am ready to step into this connection with honesty, with accountability, and with genuine effort. I want to show you that I am capable of more than half measures. I want to prove, through consistent action, that I can be someone you can rely on, someone who values you the way you should have been valued from the very beginning. You are someone worth cherishing. You are someone who carries so much beauty, love, and kindness within you. And if you allow me the chance, I would love nothing more than to show you that I can meet you with the same level of respect and devotion you've always deserved. I know it will take time to rebuild trust, and I am prepared to be patient, because I understand that healing is not instant. But I am willing to put in the effort every single day, to prove that I've grown and that my intentions are true. So, this is me, laying my heart bare and asking for the opportunity to make things right. Not just with words, but with actions that demonstrate who I am becoming and who I want to be for you. I am sorry for the pain I caused. I am sorry for the confusion, the false starts, and the half-hearted efforts. And most of all, I am sorry for not recognizing your worth sooner. If you're open to it, I would love the chance to show you the kind of love, support, and commitment that you deserve. This time, with honesty, with presence, and with no more running away. Your partner has been thinking about you constantly, often finding themselves lost in daydreams about the life you could share together. Their thoughts are not fleeting or shallow, instead, they linger in quiet moments, imagining conversations, scenarios, and futures where the two of you are side by side. Even when they try to focus on other things, their mind inevitably circles back to you, as if drawn by an invisible thread. It is as though you have left such a powerful imprint on their heart that you are never far from their awareness. These thoughts aren't always rational or logical, they come with a mix of longing, tenderness, and even nervous excitement that they can't easily explain. It's also possible that they've been keeping a close eye on your social media. But for them, it isn't about casually scrolling through your pictures or passively observing updates. When they look at your posts, they see much more. They study the details, the small things others might overlook, the way you smile, the words you choose, the energy you radiate. Every photo, every caption, every interaction feels like a glimpse into your world, and through this, they feel a sense of closeness that bridges the physical distance between you. It comforts them in ways they may not openly admit, giving them the illusion of being near you, even when life has placed real space between you both. There was a time when you waited for them, holding on to the hope that they would step forward and take meaningful action. Yet something happened along the way, whether it was hesitation, fear, or external circumstances, that caused them to avoid what needed to be faced. That avoidance, in turn, likely pushed you to move forward on your own path, perhaps with some pain, but also with resilience. Now, however, they are beginning to recognize what was lost and what they risked by not acting sooner. They are reaching the point where they no longer wish to run from the truth. Instead, they feel an inner pull to finally confront what they've avoided, to extend an offer that shows their seriousness and their readiness to step back into your life in a more genuine way. One of the qualities that has stayed with them the most is your kindness. To them, you stand out as one of the most compassionate and understanding people they've ever known. Your patience, your ability to care deeply, and the way you treat others with respect and empathy have made a lasting impact. They often reflect on this, realizing how rare such qualities are, and how fortunate they were to have experienced that side of you. This recognition fuels their longing to reconnect, because in their eyes, you aren't just someone special, you are irreplaceable. At the same time, they struggle with their own courage. The desire to come forward is powerful, yet fear of rejection or the unknown holds them back. What intensifies their emotions even more is the thought of you moving on, or being with someone else. That image is almost unbearable to them. It acts as a reminder that time is not standing still, and that if they remain silent for too long, they could lose the chance to have a future with you. This realization stirs a sense of urgency in their heart. What they truly crave is not a repeat of the past, but a brand new beginning. They don't simply want to pick up where things left off, they want to build something fresh, something healthier and stronger than before. This desire comes with the recognition that they themselves have been on a journey of growth. They may have been healing from a karmic break or a painful cycle in their life, one that drained them emotionally and kept them from seeing things clearly. That healing has taken time, and it may explain why their energy has felt distant or hard for you to sense. Now, however, clarity is breaking through. They are beginning to truly see who you are and what you mean to them. The fog of confusion, avoidance, or distraction is lifting, and in its place is a growing awareness of your true value in their life. This recognition comes with a heartfelt wish for a second chance. They don't want to remain at the level of friendship or stay in the safe space of casual connection. Their vision for you is much more expansive. They want a partnership, a deep and enduring bond where they can stand beside you not just as a friend, but as a true partner in love and in life. All of these feelings are stirring within them now, and though they may not have fully expressed it yet, their heart is already leaning toward reconciliation. What they need most is the courage to bridge the gap between thought and action, to transform their longing into words and deeds that prove their sincerity. And if they can find that courage, they are ready to show you just how much you mean to them and how deeply they wish for a new chapter with you, one filled with love, honesty, and the promise of something lasting.